Have you ever cheated?
You were a cheater.
I don't like the word cheater.
I was not a saint.
The approach to Jeff Bezos was no accident.
Lauren Sanchez, a former journalist, TV presenter, a helicopter pilot, a mom of three, and just married Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos in a $70 million wedding. Even if she's glamorous, successful, rich, and she looks confident on the outside, today you'll see how Lauren is destroying her likability and how these habits and behaviors are the exact ones to avoid if you want people to connect with you, to trust you, and like you more. You'll see why her backstory, from her humble beginnings in Mexico to ultra luxury in LA, makes people wondering, is this real or an act? An act she's been carefully planning for years. Let's dive into how real authenticity can quickly turn into something that feels fake, and watch Lauren back in the days when she was still real and authentic, and notice her reaction to private jets.
And fly private. Not that it's an option for everyone, but you don't even understand how exciting this is for me. This is the most amazing plane. And look, this is how you check in your luggage, Jill. It is unbelievable. And this is the exciting part, you guys, for me. We're gonna take this baby up and show you how it flies.
Back then, this was a dream for Lauren. She was just like you and me. She was like us, normal, real, relatable, excited, and curious.
Just so you know, it's not cheap to fly private.
Really?
But Jill, could you imagine, traveling with your kids? You don't have to, they can run around in here. They can do whatever they want. To me, that would be the greatest thing
I know
ever.
a woman.
She was impressed. She was not trying to impress us, and that's real authenticity. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Rachel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you could also hit the like and subscribe, I really appreciate that. See, that's what makes people instantly like you. It's that realness, that relatability, that energy, that curiosity that she used to have.
Now, Mike Sylvester is here with us, and what kind of people fly private?
Now, fast forward, that luxury is a daily reality. She doesn't just fly a private jet, she owns them. She's no longer excited, it's routine. But for the rest of us, it's a reminder that she's no longer one of us. And that's the habit to avoid, even if life becomes impressive and luxurious. Don't forget to stay relatable. And you'll see a really good example of that in just a moment. Before the billionaire lifestyle, Lauren was real and relatable. She was a familiar face on TV, a journalist, a TV presenter, an Emmy winner. She talked about growing up with her grandmother.
Grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My grandmother was a housekeeper. I used to go with her when she used to have to clean houses before school, and she'd put me in the back of her car. It was at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'd sleep in there while she cleaned a house.
See, these stories are real and relatable, just like her story on dyslexia.
I struggled in school, and I just always thought I was dumb. Teacher who said, just write without punctuation or spelling. I just want to see how you write. I turned in the paper, and she looked at me and she goes, you're not dumb, you just can't spell. Changed my whole life.
It's a story that's real, relatable, inspirational. It creates magic and makes you magnetic. She wasn't trying to be perfect. She was simply being her. However, I quickly found more clips with more interviews of her telling the same story in the same words, the same pace, the same tone, over and over. And that's when everything suddenly sounded scripted and rehearsed.
I can't write. And she said, just write without worrying about punctuation or spelling.
Oh. She's verklempt.
And she said, you're not dumb.
Right.
You just can't spell.
Right.
And my life took off after that.
Like, I can't really write. And she goes, well, just write without thinking about, every time I get really emotional, without thinking about spelling or punctuation. And she literally looked at me after I turned it in, and she's like, you're not dumb, you just can't spell. And this one teacher, community college, and she looked at me and she said that, and she changed my life.
There are many more repetitions, and I'll save you from that. But that scriptedness, it reminds me of Meghan Markle. You'll see my videos about her and how people completely turned on her. repeating the same buzzwords and scripted word salads. It comes across as fake.
I'm going to live my life really authentically, make choices authentically. Being able to be so authentically myself.
Really, really easy. It's really easy to do. Amazing, right?
Yes.
And so easy.
And when watching Meghan, and then I see Lauren say these words,
I really have the attitude, like spreading like love and peace and happiness. I mean, that's really what it feels good.
Hearing those words and having Meghan Markle in my mind, which I analyzed in many of my videos, suddenly her authenticity dropped fast and hard. And I don't know what your opinion is. I really want to know. Is this all real? Is it staged? Please leave a comment. But then I found this clip, and suddenly I really started questioning her authenticity again, and especially the authenticity and love and connection between her and Jeff. Have a look at this interview for CNN, where he does all the talking. She just sits there and listens, and then when she opens her mouth, it's about them.
Really great teammates, and we also have a lot of fun together, and we love each other.
True.
So I love how we work together. We always look at each other and like, we're the team.
She finally gets her 5 seconds, and then it's about we're a team. It makes you wonder who's in control. And that's when I found this comment from Maureen Callahan, who's usually very critical. But she said it's all Jeff Bezos' idea and that she does whatever he says.
Lauren Sanchez living her best life? I don't think so. I think she's paying a very, very, very high price to be the next Mrs. Jeff Bezos. And I think she has to look the way he wants. I think she has to look like a sex doll. I think it was his idea. This is just my opinion.
I can't imagine living my life like that for the pleasure of somebody. And I guess the inherent deal is, but you get all the money. And it's just, I mean, worth it? No.
Tell me what you think. Is she really unhappy? And what about all the rumors and all the comments like money can't buy anything real, too many fake people, a $50 million wedding, nobody smiled naturally, that's billionaire's life, all a performance, no soul. This isn't love. It's a PR campaign disguised as a wedding. Money doesn't buy class. And what about these comments from Meghan Kelly, for example?
She looked like a hooker.
She looks like a sex doll that you pump up with a foot pump. And she's been getting a few more pumps every few months.
Her face has become a sea of injectables, a repository for injectables.
To like go yet another size bigger on the breasts. She's just starting to look like a blow-up doll. And it's sad too, because we have her before and after. She used to be very pretty.
Yes, it looks fake, but I'm not here to judge looks. I want to stick to the authenticity, because it's not the money or the luxury that breaks the connection. It's that feeling of performance, being staged, rehearsed, scripted. And when you look back, she used to be real and authentic. Here's an interview I found back in the days where she was talking about her career as a journalist and being a mom. It feels real.
All right, my work day is done, but now the real work comes in, mommy work. And, well, at least I got to change my shoes. I'm going to go pick up Evan. Be right back. How was school? Fine. They'll put your karate uniform on when we get there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right, karate practice is over. Now it's time for the third kid, football practice. Thank goodness for mom.
And while this story sounds real, people are still saying Lauren's entire path was a well-curated master plan. From news presenter to pilot to marrying Jeff was not random. She married powerful men before, each one opening more doors.
The approach to Jeff Bezos was no accident. It was a campaign carefully planned by Lauren Sanchez for years. Before appearing in public photos next to the richest man on the planet, Lauren had been quietly preparing every step, lasting 3 decades, full of calculation, manipulation, and decisions that ruined other people's lives.
To marry or date her way into fame, a fame she was unable to achieve as a journalist, as a newscaster. No one knew who the hell she was.
When people sense love is being used as a ladder, your authenticity takes a hit. Luxury is not the reason to be fake. Look at Dolly Parton, one of the wealthiest entertainers. She lives a luxury life, but people adore her. Why? Because she still talks like herself, her flaws. She never pretends to be perfect.
Use that too. And how are you folks doing?
And that's the difference. When success feels real, it connects. When it feels performed, too polished and perfect, people wonder, what's real? If you want people to like you and trust you and connect with you, don't chase perfection. Be real, be relatable. And if you have more people that you would like me to analyze in my videos, do leave a comment because I really want to know. But if you want to see what happens to someone who takes these habits even further, then watch this next video. I'll see you there.